Guys, you probably don't recognize this yard. I'll give you some insight right after this. You probably don't recognize where I'm at right now, and that's okay. I'll kind of clue you in right after this. What's up, guys? My name is John. Welcome to another video. If it's your first time here and you want to learn more about sustainable gardening, gardening tips and tricks, and other gardening related videos, start now by clicking the subscribe button and clicking the bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Alright guys, so we are back and we are here on the new homestead. I am here today at our new house. This is our new place that we'll be moving to soon. There's some work that we have to get done on the house and different things, so just thought I would bring you a little look at sort of some of my plans on the new garden spaces, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so I'm standing at the back porch, and you can see that it's a pretty good size. We got a chain link fence running down each side, and that is my fence back there in the back. You can see right there at the tip of my finger, and then there's a couple of outbuildings right there, the little yellowish beige one, and then there's actually a prefab one that you would get at a big box store storage shed right behind that, and I'll show you that in a minute. But then there's the chain link fence running down this side of the yard as well. So what you'll notice initially is that there is a couple of trees here at the back of the house. Now there's a cedar right here, and I'm not actually sure what these other two are, but it's a great habitat for birds. They've been feeding them here, so this is a great little spot. We're gonna have a little sitting area right here. But the backyard, I'll give you just a little grand tour. Hopefully it's not too shaky. So we've got a couple of issues that we're going to run into. Number one is shade. So there's some holly bushes here, which I'm not super concerned about. Some holly bushes here that sort of give some privacy. There's a huge cedar tree in the back. I love that. That is awesome. I love cedar trees. Another holly bush in the back, but you can look, there's trees. So we're going to run into some issues with shade, and that's all good. The other issue that I've noticed is every time I come out here, now it has been raining, but it's soft. The ground is soft. So this is sandy loam, so it's a great soil for gardening. So but here's a look kind of at the holly trees, or the holly bushes. So, gorgeous plant, but I don't really like to grow stuff that's not edible. So, but if they're already established, they're gorgeous. I'm not going to take them out. We'll clean them up, but not take them out. So as we're walking back here, this spot right here is going to be the best location for the garden. It's got the least amount of trees overhead, so it's going to be the best spot. So what I'm planning on doing, it's cold this morning. It's 32 degrees this morning. That's cold for Texas, for where we're at. So what we're planning on doing is I think I'm going to run the beds. So standing here facing the shed that needs some work. It's old. So standing here facing the shed, that's north. To the left of me is west, to the right is east, and behind me is south. So I'm going to run the beds. There's some excess dirt right here that needs to be leveled out. But I'm going to run the beds this way, right out here like this. So the beds will run east to west, or in this case west to east, that whatever, east-west, okay? And so the sun will come up over back this way, and it'll set over here. So the beds will get optimal sunlight regardless of trellises or anything like that. So that's great. I'm going to have, I don't know if you checked out, but I posted on some groups on Facebook, sort of my garden plan. But basically I'm going to do no-till gardening. And I'm going to have three beds here. I'm going to have some small 4 foot by 4 foot beds. So these beds here, the 3 beds here in this area will be 4 foot by 16 foot long. And then sort of in the middle, I'm going to have, you'll have 3 beds, and then sort of in the middle, you'll have 3 4 foot by 4 foot square beds. And then over here on the other side of that, I'll have 3 4 by 16 foot beds. And so all in all, I'll have the 6 4 by 16 beds, the 3 in the middle, which are 4 by 4s. Here we've got some more trees back in this back corner. Some more trees. So over here in this corner, I haven't really decided just yet what I'm going to do. But there'll be some garden space over here too. It'll be some shady garden space, but that's okay. There's tons of plants that love the shade. So I'm going to have some beds over here. Here's the prefabbed storage building. It just needs to be cleaned up inside. This storage here, it needs to be evaluated structurally to see if there's anything I can do about it. And then if I can, I'm going to do some adjustments to it to make it a little bit more stable. But I do plan on having some different pots and stuff around the garden. But yeah, this is going to be sort of the garden area right there. Still want to have plenty of yard for the kids to play in and all that sort of stuff. So we'll just have to see. Got some space over here as well on the side, but it's all shaded. So got one more area to show you. Got all this all this brush I'm gonna have to clean up. That sounds like a lot of fun. I may experiment with some hugelkultur. Got plenty of brush and sticks and stuff to go in the bed, so I may play around some hugelkultur. But yeah, so there's the area over here. Got some gigantic crepe myrtles. Satellite dish, anyone? But I've got some crepe myrtles that I'll need to make some decisions with. I mean, that's huge. That's gorgeous. That one's, I mean, other than just cleaning them up, I think they're going to stay. This one in the middle might go. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's doing very well. So, but the other area I want to show you is this area right over here. So, it's kind of a weird shape. You can see the fence runs up here and then goes across, back, and then there's the gate. So more brush, actually a pile of sand, which I'm stoked about. But this area here, there's a bird bath here, a couple of them. But I'm stoked about this because this is going to be sort of as I move up here on sort of on the driveway patio area. This whole front area right here, I'm stoked about it because I'm going to be putting in sort of a kitchen garden slash tea garden. So I'm going to be growing a lot of medicinal herbs, really focusing on some healing type herbs and medicinal herbs. So those are going to grow right up here along with some flowers. And then it'll stop basically the kind of use the crepe myrtles right there as sort of like a natural transition. But yeah, that's sort of the plan. So I'll have some freeform beds in here, maybe 1 or 2 raised beds. It does get shade too. I mean, you can see the trees. but most of what I've named is going to be okay in there. And we'll see. This first year will just be a learning experience. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's a look at the garden. All right, guys. So that was just a quick look at sort of what I've got going on. I shared with you that, you know, we're not in this house yet. We're still waiting on a few things to get done before we can move. And so I'm sort of in garden peril right now. Garden purgatory, if you will, even though I don't really believe in purgatory. That's sort of a topic for a different discussion. But yeah, so I'm kind of stuck because I have a ton of pepper plants at home. I just started a whole bunch of tomatoes, which I'm actually late on, which that may actually work to my benefit. But in addition to that, I've got nowhere to plant. I can plant the garden at my house that I'm at currently, and then just be, you know, just be a blessing to whoever moves in next, because we rent there. We're not selling. We rent, and so I can just plant that garden out and have it a blessing. I don't want someone to feel overwhelmed by it or anything like that, because it's growing and they've got to pick stuff. And I mean, so I'm kind of contemplating not planting anything at all there, moving my perennials that I want to move. I've got some Egyptian walking onions and different things, and so I'm going to move all that in comfrey. I'm going to move all that here. But yeah, so I'm kind of in garden peril. So I'm going to probably give away most of my pepper plants that I already have started, except for a few, just because I don't have any of the beds or anything here already done. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I hope you enjoyed the look at the new garden, potential garden space. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions about anything I've shown you in this video, just leave me a comment in the comment section below. And if you're new here, drop me a hashtag new in the comment section below so that I can welcome you appropriately. But yeah, I hope you liked it. And if you want to learn more about this whole process, about sustainable gardening, building raised beds, no-till gardening, any of that sort of stuff, go ahead and make sure to subscribe right here, clicking the round subscribe icon, and make sure to click the bell so you don't miss out on a thing. That's it, guys. I will see you in the next video.